last week or the nature of the games?
Well, you look at what happened last week. We're 9 points down at half time, and not a position that we thought we'd be in, but it's the position we were in, and we were able to deal with that, and we got back into a very good lead going into the last play of the game, and I think we've got to be pleased with the resolve that the players showed to get themselves back into the game, understand the improvements that we need to make in terms of our attacking game, because our attacking game was one-dimensional, and we enabled Rotherham to slow our ball down, sometimes illegally, but they were able to slow our ball down. And we missed a number of chances in that first 20 minutes. And if you take one of those chances, it settles us into the game. But what happened in the rest of that first half is the guys were chasing the scoreboard, and they built pressure on themselves because we didn't score.
The resilience to fight back from going down, I mean, that's not something you have to do very often. I mean, one of the traits, I guess, of the season has been you've started well, you've taken the lead. So therefore, I mean, how pleasing was it that, given a bit of adversity cropped up, the players could react to it? Yeah,
it was really pleasing. We've done that against Nottingham when we went points down early on, and we were able to find a way back into the game and won the game with a kick at the end. So the players have learnt from that type of experience. Look back to the Rotherham game when we played them. It was 21-19 in that second half, and Rotherham were on top of us, and we were able to find a way to continue our performance and go away and win the game. So we played them 4 times. We've won 4 times. We've been pleased with the approach that we've been showing, but obviously disappointed with the accuracy of what we did at the weekend in attack. In saying that, that's the best defensive performance that we've had. The pressure that we had on our own line was mounting, and that was pressure that we built on ourselves. We turned over 5 balls inside our own red zone, inside our own 22, and when you do that, you expect to be scored against. And in that period of time, we were able to hold Rotherham out. So that shows the resolve that's there. That shows the improvements that our defence has made. And it was very important that we were able to deliver that. Added to that, I thought our scrum dominance was outstanding, and we certainly that helped us to win the game. The scrums a big part of the game, and we felt that we totally took control of that, as was shown by the stats. And what is disappointing is that we conceded 6 points to Rotherham through our scrum dominance. How can that be in a game? And that's where, sometimes as coaches, you get really frustrated that you have a dominant scrum. You are absolutely killing the opposition, but you concede 6 points to what the referee deems as illegal play by us.
I mean, that must be one of the frustrations, that interpretation isn't an exact science, and that you could do exactly the same this weekend and you could score 6 points yourself through. I mean, is that... Yeah. That sort of takes one of the controllables out of your hands, doesn't it?
Well, Cecino kicked well, but one of the calls was given by the assistant referee, who was further away from the play than the referee. So when you're looking at that, it's important that there's some understanding of the game by the assistant referees as well as the referee when making these calls.
With the stakes being so high, I mean, is there any kind of dialogue that's open between yourself and the referee beforehand or during the game about interpretation, or?
We'll always talk to the referees. There's an opportunity for both coaches, both teams, to be able to chat to the referee. And what is we've got Matthew Carley this week, who's a quality referee, who's been performing well in the Premiership, and we're delighted to have him refereeing this game.
In terms of the sort of position of the game itself, I mean, you obviously would rather be further ahead than 3, but I mean, generally, are you in a good position? Are you fairly happy with the position you go up there with?
Well, we've performed well away from home this year. We think Rotherham are a very good side, so we've got a lot of respect for what they do. But as always, about us and focus on ourselves. We knew that we had to, when coming into the playoffs, that we had to win 4 games. This is the second of those games. We've won the first one, and it's about going out and winning this game. And we're going to be put under pressure throughout the game. And there's going to be turning moments in this game, and the bounce of the ball, good play by Rotherham, are going to affect the scoreboard. But we've got to keep our heads and keep playing to the way that we have been playing, and I've got total belief in the side that we'll see this through.
Mm.
Another facet for this game is the pitch. You got to. We're playing in a stadium that is, or an arena that's not used to level games at this level, and we're going up on Friday and we'll have a look at the state of the pitch. It's important that for such a important game that there's real quality in terms of the conditions and underfoot as well.
Mm. I think you spoke last week of how this stage, almost negotiating the playoffs in some ways would be more difficult than staying in the Premiership. I mean, it really is sent to test you, isn't it? The two-leg format, the sort of variables that come up in these situations. If you are going to get through it, you're going to do it the difficult way.
It's what you know when you first come into it, and that's the protocols. That's the way that you get into the Premiership. So you have to deal with it, and there are 3 games ahead of us. The most important game is next weekend, and for us to negotiate ourselves into the final. As I say, we're playing against a very good Rotherham side, but what is important for us is that we're able to play with the freedom that we've shown all year, and making sure that our attack is not one-dimensional.